Looking back, what were the signs that you missed?
The signs?
Yeah. The writing on the wall.
Right. To be honest, well, the thing is like, I knew there were things that were problematic while I was doing them. And I would say that too. Like, I was very weirdly
Communicative?
about that. And I was just, like, going home a lot, and kind of, again, like, creating space and, like, leaving LA a lot. And not really having a reason why to tell that person. And for me, it was just to, like, get out and go home. I was very homesick too, and that was a huge part of it. And I just wanted to go home alone and be with my friends and my family and, like, have some normalcy. And I think that would be very confusing for the other person. I think it's like, why are you running away from me? Which wasn't really the thing. I think that'd be confusing. And yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
What were you running from?
I don't know.
Because it was something.
Well,
it may not have been her. And by the way, homesickness makes sense.
That's
dude.
the biggest thing. Like, that was the trajectory for, like, that was, like, the spark for everything. Like, in the beginning of last summer, I guess, like, probably late spring, I just became, like, the most homesick. I don't know what it was. I became the most homesick in my life. And I was having this weird quarter-life crisis, maybe, type of thing, where I was just questioning everything in my life. Like, why? Like, I don't identify with Los Angeles. I don't really love it here. And whenever I leave, I'm 10 times happier. What am I doing wasting my life sitting in a room all day and, like, literally doing nothing
truth to
outside of the studio?
And all that can be true and still be in love with somebody.
Yes, exactly. Like, and then I think that just started to bleed into a relationship. But, like, and then going home a lot and just, like, feeling us starting to, like, pull apart from each other a little bit. And you could just, like, have that horrible feeling of, like, knowing something is dying and grieving it before it's gone. And that was when I started rewriting the album, because artists are annoying and they have to have tragedy to write an album, and it's disgusting.
So you had a project ready to go.
Well, I had a whole other thing, and then we scrapped it. And I was like, this is the first time that, like, songs have been, like, pouring out.
Yeah, I think this is the best album you've ever made, dude.
Thank you so much.
For sure.
Yeah, it's spectacular. It's
you.
great.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I think it's a big step up in maturity. Something about my little quarter life crisis, I feel like, matured me a few years in, like, a couple months.
So is there a blessing in the breakup?
Of course. I think so. There's tons, like, music aside from it. I mean, we got an album out of it. I hate that I said that. But I think music aside, like, there's something that happens that has always turned me off of relationships, where you just start to, like, block out everyone else in your life, and you never see them again, and you never hear from them again. And I've always hated that. Like, I've always tried to talk my friends out of relationships because I know I'm gonna lose them, and I hate it. And we're very protective of each other. So, like, it's like when you quit smoking weed. Like, if you're a weed smoker for years and then you stop, after like a week, the fog lifts and you're like, holy shit, this is amazing. I can like think clearly. I feel like a kid again. Like, I feel like my old self. And it's kind of the same thing when you go through a breakup. I feel like you leave it just being like, holy shit, I kicked all these people out of my life. I haven't been communicating. I haven't been social. And I came out of it with like no friends aside from my ones from home who I couldn't really like get to when I needed to. And so it pushed me. I think a beautiful thing about the breakup is like it pushed me to be super social, which I have never been in Los Angeles in my life.
I saw you out a couple times.
I know. I saw you with a couple drinks in you, and it was the best thing ever. He is the nicest. That was probably the nicest thing anyone's ever said. You just went on for like 15 minutes just saying the sweetest things about me.
I was so deeply happy to see you.
I was very happy to see you too, and like no one's spoken to me that way. It was incredible.
You're just such a bright light in a really dark room, so it was really
you.
special.
You are too.
Yeah, well, real recognizes real. Anyway,
you fucked up my flow, so now
no, it's on me. It's on me. You went out. You were social.
Yes, I went out. I was social.
Have you been enjoying that?
I have. That was a big part of the O Gemini video too. Not to go off on a tangent, but like I wanted a video to somewhat represent that. Because I went to raves for the first time, and like I would just like sometimes like the people I was with would leave, and I would stay there alone, and I would just like have these moments of like euphoria and like dancing and being drunk and like going out and whatever. Just like exploring yourself again.
Freedom.
Yes, freedom. And there's like a beauty in that. I think it's dark. I think people maybe see it as being dark when I say like getting drunk every weekend, but it's like I hadn't been doing that. And also I'm good with alcohol. Okay. I'm diabetic. I'm smart. I don't drink that much. But it was like a beautiful release it was just a release. I don't know. It was like I found myself again.
Totally. Like a rediscovery of your social self, right?
Yes.
Which is a big part of who we are as beings.
Totally. And now I have friends out here. I have a beautiful group of friends out here now for the first time in like the 4.5, 5 years that I've lived here. And it's incredible. I still don't identify with the city or connect with it. And I'm still homesick, but I have a beautiful group of friends that make it very livable and I don't know.